Hi guys, so as mentioned, we're going to go ahead and do my current highlight and contour routine. So on my face, I currently have Makeup Forever's HD foundation in N127 or 127. I put a really light layer of that and I applied that with my beauty blender. I have orange and yellow correctors under my eyes and my brows filled in, so we're gonna go ahead and go from there. So firstly, I'm gonna give you guys a couple options for highlight. Typically I use concealers 1 or 2 shades lighter than my actual skin tone. A few options. So firstly, our first contender is the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer. I believe this is NW20. And this is just a really nice liquidy full coverage concealer. Then a cheaper alternative is the LA Girl Pro Conceal High Definition Concealer, and I am in creamy beige. The Maybelline's Fit Me Concealer in 15 or 20. I don't remember, so sorry. And then the Cinema Secrets foundation palette, and just the lightest shade here, which is 301-63A. I don't know. So that's a couple options. I honestly just switch up the products daily. If I know I'm not going to do much, I'll do like an inexpensive concealer or vice versa. Today I'm actually going to do something in between, so I'm going to go and take the Maybelline Fit Me concealer. So that is the areas that I have highlighted. This is just for my own personal shape. As you can see here with the highlight, I didn't take it as far as to here like other people do, just because I typically find myself having a rounder face. So I don't want to accentuate the roundness by taking it all the way up here, because it's actually going to do the opposite for my face shape. Instead, I'm actually going to contour right here to give myself a narrower face. And just I have a small forehead, therefore I didn't I could have done more highlight up there, but I really don't care for it. And then down the nose, right here on the Cupid's bow and on my chin. So, and I'm going to go ahead and blend that out with a beauty blender and some Max Fix Plus. So after all that's blended out, you can see that the corrector colors got covered, and this is a very subtle highlight. Taking something like the Max Pro Longwear would have given me a more dramatic highlight, but you know, I chose to go ahead and do kind of a more subtle look today. Next, I'm going to go ahead and set that and let this bake. I'm going to be taking Airspun's Translucent Extra Coverage powder. It's loose, and you can find this at Walmart for like $5. Really amazing stuff. Tap some of that, and I'm gonna do this super generously, and I'm gonna take my Real Techniques setting brush and just really get that with a lot of, and then typically I like to look down into my mirror and just lay it on there. Pretty thick. So I'm gonna go ahead and let that bake, and while we're doing that, I'm gonna go ahead and show you what I then contour with. One on my nose looks really funny. I'm gonna try to sweep that up. Okay. So for contouring, I take my Cinema Secrets foundation palette, and I take the darkest one, which is 202-20. And this is all in kit 3, by the way. And that is this dark shade right here. And I usually take like a flat concealer brush, but that's all I have at the moment. Use my ear as my guide. And just draw a line. I'm gonna be going in with powder afterwards, so that small line is good enough for me because this foundation is super creamy, so it'll disperse really nice. So those are all the places that I'm going to be contouring under my jawline, my cheeks, right there where I didn't take my concealer, up here. I don't really need to contour up here since I don't have a big forehead, but on the sides to again give myself like a narrower face. And then if I was to using a dry product like the ABH cream contour kit, I would spray myself with a moisture spray. Cinema Secrets carries one. You could use your Max Fix Plus or like a B6 spray maybe. But since this foundation is really creamy, I'm just gonna go ahead and start blending. And as you were seeing, I'm like taking the product and dispersing it upward and not downward. And if you felt like you applied too much product and it's going everywhere, just go ahead and take your beauty blender and just pat around the perimeters. I now went in with a little bit of that concealer that we used prior and just put it right underneath my contour to sharpen it up. And I'm just going to take my beauty blender and blend that out. So I'm now going to dust off the airspun with this same setting brush. Now going in with this same setting brush, I'm going to take the brightening powders that are in the Kat Von D contour kit. So taking this banana shade mixed with this peach shade, which I believe is Lyric and Lucid. So the yellow one is Lucid and the peach one is Lyric. Taking a mix of those two, applying it under my eye to brighten. More of the yellow than the peach. With my Benefit little Eat a Brush dupe, I'm gonna go ahead and take the color Subconscious and Shadow Play. So first taking Subconscious right there. So that's acting as the transition color. Going into shadow play, going to take a little bit less product and focus that right up here. Again, we're using our ear as a guide. I'm going to take my highlight of choice, and I'm going to be using the Bomb's Mary Luminizer. I'm going to go ahead and apply that. And there we are, contoured and highlight, a little bit of highlight and a little bit of blush to top it off. And that is my current highlight and contour routine. Again, the cream step for the contour was optional. I know a lot of people might not want to go that heavy. Again, you can switch up the products. I gave you guys a couple options. And I have been loving the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette so much. I think it is extremely cool tone when it comes to the contour and bronzing colors, and the fact that the highlights are all matte is to die for, because honestly I have my holy grail like highlighting products when it comes to the powder ones. There's no necessity for that to be in there for me. So the fact that they're all matte and all so pigmented is just amazing. So totally have been loving this. I hope that you guys enjoyed, and I'll be right back with my full face. I'm actually gonna film an eye look, so BRB.